Hey buddies, you should call this drunken man, drunken master video because it was midnight and I was trying to hold one hand camera and one hand cooking. Actually, I don't advise, especially if you're amateur to cooking. It's not such a great idea, guys. You don't want to drop your phone in the oil or make some mistake that injures yourself. Okay, so with that out of the way, so this is how we're gonna make mutton balls today. Try mutton balls. You saw me frying some potatoes there. I used a bit too much oil, so if you have experience, try to fry the potato with minimal oil so that your potatoes are not dripping with oil. Okay. So now I'm crunching up with my hand because I'm eating myself. It is not a restaurant. If it's a restaurant, you want to wear gloves or you want to use pestle and mortar, okay, to crush. I'm going to crush them potatoes in the process of making mutton balls. I mean, why potato is because it gives that carb element to it, gives a bit of that umami. So there's the mutton that I prepared, clean and wash. Ground meat is better. You know, you can choose either mutton or beef, but ground meat is better. In my case, I decided to chop into small pieces. It came out okay, but I think ground one would have tasted much better. Okay, that's another tip for you guys. Okay, use minimal oil in frying the potato and use ground meat. So these are the spices, the usual ones: a bit of chili powder, a bit of cilantro powder, a bit of black pepper. White pepper is supposed to be better apparently, but that's all I had. Cut onions into small pieces and marinate it for not long. You just have to later use your hand to mix the spices up with the mutton. All right, and then the wok is there. And the big bowl for me to put in all the ingredients inside later on to sort of mix them up. And potato, you saw it just now. So all ready and set and go. So take some onions make sure the oil is hot, put in some onions there, put in some of the meat. Careful, if it's too much of water, your wok is gonna start shooting out particles, you see. So you might want to wear some protective clothing when you're cooking this. So the ground meat, you want to saute it together with the onions so that this meat, which is infused with pepper, salt, of course, right, and some spices that I mentioned earlier, what do you call it, coriander powder, some chili powder and whatnot, gets sauteed up nicely. So once you are the color, of course, will change, right, from red meat to a golden brown. Here's some what you call soup leaves. Soup leaves also look like coriander, but if you smell them, there's a different smell. Okay, I cut them in small pieces. Some chilies as well. So I'm gonna saute them with some oil as well because all these are later gonna go into that big bowl. The potatoes, the sauteed onion and meat, the soup leaves, the chilies, right? Chili you put in how much you want, how much spiciness you want, right? And then all of them are going to go into that bowl. Again, look at my camera work, one hand camera, one hand cooking. That's what you get, guys. Drunken master video right there. So yeah, we're gonna put them potatoes inside the bowl, right, which already contains the meat and the soup leaf and chili. Be careful about the salt. You don't want to over salt, you don't want to under salt. So what I do is I sprinkle a bit of salt. You see, out of focus, I'm sprinkling some salt, and then as I mix it, I might taste it again along the way to see how it's doing, right? So in this way you can sort of fine tune your salt as you go along. So now it's time to mix them all up nicely. Again, if you're cooking for your own self, you might want to use your hand, but if you're doing it for people and all, you have to use gloves or other such things. So you can see, actually this is already good enough. You can even eat this with some rice. It's going to be pleasant and tasty. But I've decided to make balls, so I'm going to do a bit more processing. What I'll do is I'll use my hand to sort of make this mixture that I've made just now, right? The mutton and the potato and the spices, the onions and all. I'm going to use my hand again out of focus to make them into small balls, and I'm going to coat the balls right before I fry them, so that they come out nice and they got that layer of covering for it. So take 2 eggs or 4 eggs depending on how much balls you're making, and then you're gonna beat the eggs. I'll show you that in a while. So there's the eggs and there's the mixture. So just gonna start, right? You guys know how it works, right? So you're gonna beat the eggs and then of course salt the eggs a bit, right? Once you're done that, then you can make your balls, massage the thing, and then coat it with the layer of egg mixture, the egg mixture that you made just now, that you beat just now, right? So you make a nice layer out of it, and then once you're satisfied with the egg coating, you can prepare a wok where the oil is hot, right? It should be hot so that if it's a cold oil, then you're gonna have all the oil seeping into your ball, which is not so nice, and also the ball can easily break off into pieces. But if it's a very high flame, the moment you put the ball inside, immediately it'll start frying, so it won't disintegrate. Okay, so that's a tip there. But of course you need to titrate your fire, so that after a certain time it's not high all the time. If you want to continue high all the time, then you better be alert and monitor your balls. You want to turn it over once, and then you can see that it's fried because of the high heat, and then you can put it aside, right? So in this case, right, you can see the balls are there. They are the bubbles have to somewhat recede to its one sign that it's cooked. And if you look at the color of the layer, right, it's like golden brown in color, then you know that it's sort of fried. And then you can just turn it over once, so that the top part of it can get fried. Okay, so here you can see that the part is kind of fried, and all I have to do is you can see the zoom. All I have to do is transfer it into another plate. You might want to put a tissue if you want to sort of drain out the oil, or if you have a metal mesh, you can put the ball on a metal mesh so that the oil can drip. So you can see when I turn over, so the bottom part was like a dark brown. It can't be too dark brown, guys, and it'll be burnt, right? So you just have to sort of, you'll get the hang of it. As you do more and more balls, you're going to get more and more better at identifying the optimal cooking color, right? Then you can take it out, let it cool off a bit, and then you can get the dip of your choice, whether you want some kind of ketchup, or you want whatever sauces that you like, guys, spicy, non-spicy, any kind of sauce, barbecue sauce and whatnot. You can just take a small dip on it and then have a nice snack. Okay, guys, that's it from me, Lazy Joe. Midnight snack that I suddenly decided to do. You can try it yourself and send me your feedback, comments, or tips on how it turned out for you. Have fun, keep trying. Cooking is all about learning and having fun. Enjoy yourself. Bon appetit. Take care. Bye bye from Lazy Joe. See you in the next video soon enough. Ciao, guys. Bye bye.